Hi there and welcome to Yum Paleo. My name is Andrew and today we're doing a really simple paleo chicken curry. So it's kind of a cross between a curry and a stir fry. The difference with this is that we're using a paleo satay sauce. Satay, you wonder, you think peanuts. This one we're actually using almond butter. So I've got a jar here of organic almond butter that I'm going to be using. So anyway, the first thing I'm going to do is get stuck in, and I'm going to put the onion and the chicken on. So just running through a quick list of what the ingredients we've got so far. I've got 3 sweet potatoes, known in our part of the world as kumara, and I have peeled and diced them into sort of thumb-sized pieces, and I've got them here in a glass bowl just because I need to soften these up, because these are a root vegetable, so they need to be a little bit softer than they are. So I'm just going to pop them in the microwave for about 4 minutes just to get them started. And while we're doing that, I'm just heating that pan, so I'm going to throw a little bit of oil in there, just olive oil, and I've got 2 onions here that I'm just going to slice up. And we're just dicing that, but we're not cutting it too fine. So this is just on a low to medium heat. I'm just going to stir that around. And while we're doing that, we're going to pop in some garlic. So just got some fresh garlic here. And I'm just going to pull off a few cloves. Probably going to do 3 or 4 cloves here, but obviously you can adjust that depending on how much you like or dislike garlic, as the case may be. So I've got 4 cloves here, so just going to crack them a wee bit, just makes them easier to get at. So I'm just going to crush those up, like the crusher is. So just take the temperature off that for now, just because I don't want them to burn. Just going to stir that through. And while we do that, we're just going to push those garlicky bits off that board. And I have 4 fairly large chicken breasts. I'm using, this meal is going to cook about 4 to 5 people today. It's going to be a fairly hearty meal, so you can obviously just adjust those, but for this run I'm doing 4 large boneless chicken breasts. So I bought these fillets with the skin on, but I've just whipped the skin off them. Obviously you don't want that in it. And again, just dicing this into sort of thumbnail, sort of thumb end shaped pieces. So turn that back on. Just going to whip those over there, make room for the next one. Going to pop a wee bit more oil into that. While we've done that, we're also just going to set to and make this satay sauce. Not forgetting that we've got the kumara in here. which has been in the microwave for about 4 minutes. It's softening up. Yeah, it is. It's actually softening up quite nicely. So I'm just going to drain the water out of that. So that's browned off quite nicely now. So I'm going to throw in the sweet potato, and I'm also just going to quickly peel and slice 3 carrots, and just for a bit of extra colour. That's the only reason we're putting this in. It's a nice vegetable too, but okay, so just going to stir that through. We're just going to get that lid on for a bit, just to get steam into it. And while we're doing that, we're going to make our satay sauce. So, I've got it's about a cup of almond butter here. So I'm just going to ease this out. So I've got that out. Just going to juice an orange into here as well. Same with a lime. I have just halved and de-seeded 2 chilies, so I'm just going to throw them in there as well. Those gnarly bits like that. I'm going to put a bit of ginger in here as well. I'm just going to chop it up so it's easier for the little blender to get at that. And we're going to put in a teaspoon of fish sauce. So just put that lid on, grab our blender in. Okay, so now we've done that paste, I actually want to add a bit of water to it as well. So I'm just going to set it out. I'm going to add about half a cup of water. So that's come up quite a good consistency. Smells about right. So just going to give this a bit of a stir now. And it's probably time to add the satay and then start adding the soft vegetables as well. So from here we've got some mushrooms, and I've got Yeah, let's just go for sort of 2 dozen. Don't get too fussed on the quantities there, but I'm going to just get this broccoli in as well and just chop this into smaller chunks, so stir fry size chunks really. I think I'm actually going to make do with 1 head instead of 2. I had 2 florets here of broccoli, but I'm just going to use the 1. And with the mushrooms, I'm just going to quarter them because I don't want them sliced right through. Then we're just going to halve, and we're going to de-seed a red pepper. I'm just going to slice that long ways. And we're just going to stir that through as well. And we're just going to put that lid on, and we're just going to let that steam through for probably about another 5 or 8 minutes, just until those vegetables are cooked through. So it won't take too long. I'm going to get cleaned up here, and I'll see you back here in about 8 minutes. Okay, so we're back, and it's been about 8 minutes, and this is cooking through nicely, so we're ready to serve. So I'm just going to get that lid out of the way. Now, we're not serving this on a bed of cauliflower rice today, but if you wanted that little bit of extra volume to your meal to help spread it out, you're more than welcome to try it with that. But for the purposes of this today, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to serve this as a curry on its own. So there we have it, guys. Delicious satay paleo chicken curry. Really hope you enjoy it, and look forward to seeing you back here at Yum Paleo for the next recipe. See you next time.